It's been way too long since my last hike. We're headed up for Incinerator Ridge. Haven't been there in about a year, and it's been about a month since my last hike. But Mother Nature is in a beautiful mood this morning because today is a great day for a hike. There we go. Here I am.
One of the beautiful things about southeast Arizona is the year-round hiking. In the warmer months of the Sonoran Desert, you'll want to head up to trails found at higher elevations. In the Tucson area, we have the Catalina Mountains, including Mount Lemmon and Mount Bigelow. There's plenty of trails in the Sky Islands that can be explored in the middle of the desert summer. Just remember the sun protection. And stay tuned for free weather and fire information later in this episode.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I got my start at the San Pedro Vista Point parking area, which can be found at milepost 17 as you're coming up the General Hitchcock Highway to Mount Lemmon. As you can see, it is a beautiful day today. Mother Nature has kicked monsoon season into a higher gear, and we had a little bit of rain last night, very little bit, lightning down by the international border, which was awesome. Here's some lightning shots, by the way. My hike today is to go up to Incinerator Ridge, which I've been up there before. It is a beautiful area because there is a nice open meadow up there. There's some camping spots for those that are interested. One of the things that you have to remember when you come to San Pedro Vista Point to start hiking is that there's no restrooms. So if you're looking for restrooms, be sure to stop at Windy Point at milepost 12 on your way up. It'll be about a 3.5 hour hike. I want to get in and out before the clouds move in. There is a chance of rain after 10 a.m. So let's see what Mother Nature's about today. So I'm about 20 minutes into the hike. I've climbed 200 feet. Lots of rocks and lots of sun, lots of early morning sun at this time of the day. It is currently 20 minutes to 8 Mountain Standard Time. One of the reasons I enjoy this hike so much is because when you get a little bit higher, you're up in the trees and there's a bit more shade, making it a little more enjoyable, perfect for any time of the year. Let's take a look here. All right, when you're hiking on the Incinerator Ridge Trail, there are two high points that you can check out. Leopold Point, which is right over here, and Incinerator Ridge, which is right over here. Both of these points are around 8,000 feet in elevation. I got a little bit of climbing to do. So the Incinerator Ridge Trail turns 90 degrees at the ridgeline to head up to Incinerator Ridge. And there is an unofficial trail that goes up to Leopold Point. You can check that out. Kind of looks like that and goes up that way. Let's go check it out. All right, we're not quite atop Leopold Point. We gotta get up there, but it is gorgeous. It's a bit of a drop. Don't want to get too close to the edge. I have Mount Bigelow behind the camera right there. Oracle Control Road, which is the original way to get up to Mount Lemmon before the building of the General Hitchcock Highway in the middle of the 20th century. San Manuel, Oracle, and of course, as I talked about before, the San Pedro River Valley. It's a little bit of a hike to get up here to Leopold Point. You're gonna need some poles if you have any question about your knees, and I would call that part a hard hike. But man, is it worth it. All right, this will get me up to all the way to the top. What do you think? Going into the sun. It's all right. Here's another lookout spot. Oh, and then it goes up. All right. Another lookout. Looks like some folks have been camping up here, which is kind of cool. Must be a great place to go camping. This I would love, especially during new moon. All right, here we are. Now we're getting to the top. Yep, there's the cairn. Okay, Mr. Fly. Thank you for the orbits. I'm not your planet. Woo! That's a drop. Way off in the distance. Way off in the distance. Behind the haze, barely see Mount Graham. Mount Graham's about 55 miles from this point. Can barely see it. Okay, the storm chaser in me feels compelled to share this with you. So off in the distance, you'll see what look like some pretty innocent clouds. Later today, they'll probably turn into a thunderstorm and monsoon type rains, which could be very impressive with outflow winds, lightning, and all this stuff. Lightning includes the cloud to ground lightning. You don't want to be hiking when there's lightning because you're at the highest point in the area. And getting struck by lightning, while it looks awesome in an obituary, probably isn't the best way to go. I don't know if you get superpowers or not. But what you can do is check your local forecast easily by any web browser. You don't need a fancy app. Just go to weather.gov, type in your zip code or the zip code of where you're hiking, and it'll tell you what the weather looks like. Down at the bottom of the page, you'll see hourly forecast. Click on the hourly forecast, and it'll give you a little graph. Temperature, wind, cloud cover, rain, and thunderstorm activity. Pay attention to that. Keep yourself safe. It's the easiest thing to do, so be sure to check that out. All right, I'm up on Incinerator Ridge, around 8,000 feet. Exact amount is right down there at the bottom of the screen. And it is gorgeous up here. There's a couple camping spots up here. One of the things that's neat about the Incinerator Ridge Trail is that there are a lot of camping opportunities. Just make sure that fires are allowed at any given time of the year. Right now they're not because it's so dry, because you don't want to start a wildfire. As you can see, there's evidence of wildfires back there. I think it's actually over there. And it's not a nice thing to Mother Nature. I'd like to thank you for joining me on my hike today. If you could go ahead, leave some feedback with a like and a subscribe and even a comment, I would really appreciate it. Remember, the universe is full of magic. Grab onto some of that magic, hold it close in your heart, and then share it with someone else and make them smile. Have a great day. See you next time. As I burp, I just burped. Let's do that again. But my hike today. soon, be sure to stop at the Windy Point Vista area, the Windy Point Vista parking area. What is it? So if you're looking for hey, it's cheap. What is this?